Hey, I'm John Irwin. I'm creator of House of David and founder of Wonder Project. With House of David, we had this core problem that we were told our vision was impossible. That same conversation is happening all over our industry. It is so hard to get projects greenlit right now, and it's a real problem. House of David is an example of that. If we had accepted the status quo and what we were told the show needed to cost, it does not get greenlit. But now, with generative AI tools improving every week, we're going to enter a time in our industry very soon where the only limit a filmmaker has is the scope and scale of their imagination and how profound the story that they are telling is. So AI tools, do they save money? Are they cheaper? Absolutely. Do they allow you to work faster? Exponentially. But the fact that it's cheaper and faster is a byproduct of the fact that it is a more creative, more intuitive, more collaborative way to work. I'm able to manifest my vision. I'm proud of the level of scope and scale we put on the screen. I do not feel that we compromised. And that goes against what people usually say. They say, you never get all three. You never get good, fast, and cheap. It's always pick two of those things. That's just not the case anymore. You can have all three. But what I'm most excited about is they just allow you to work in a more creative way. This actually unlocks a more collaborative, more creative process to make movies and television. It's not live action filmmaking or go make movies in AI. It's actually about fusing live action filmmaking. We do everything that we can for real. But then we also use AI, but as new principle photography. So as we're shooting, we're also generating wide shots, scope and scale that we couldn't afford. We're augmenting locations, all in real time as we're making the movie. When you pull that process into production, everyone can collaborate. The actors can collaborate on their digital likeness, your production designer, your department heads, your cinematographer. All of those decisions on the set become collaborative in a way that's much more intuitive to filmmaking. If I'm honest, this new technology and its implementation feels familiar to me. My career was made by the democratization of the camera. I rode the prosumer digital camera revolution all the way to the current state of my career. And so I think anytime that technology is democratized and just given to more people, the artistry rises. And I would argue that leaps forward in our industry are always a result of a fusion between art and someone's vision and new technology. You don't get Jurassic Park without computer graphics. You don't get Mickey Mouse without sound. You don't get Wizard of Oz without color. So I find it ironic, that being the history of our industry, that we would stop that level of excitement right now with these tools. It's almost easier to criticize it than it is to have a little curiosity and try it for yourself. I can say, as the first showrunner that I know of that has integrated these tools, it's just a better way to work. I can't wait for other filmmakers to experience what I've experienced. So we achieved the first 4K HDR final pixel workflow because we used many, many tools and we stacked them together. New tools stacked with traditional tools. But there had been some standout tools, especially some standout foundation models. Many, many of the shots in House of David, season 1 and season 2, we can attribute to Kling. In fact, the first major sequence, which was this angel sequence in episode 6 of season 1, first sequence fully driven by generative AI, was Kling 1.6, and that model made that sequence possible. And over again, Kling has delivered. The other thing that we were waiting on and hoping for was the ability to capture an actor's performance and be able to infuse that into the generation. And the first tool to do that successfully was Kling Motion Control. And that was the beginning of the way we work now, which is to infuse the generation with a real actor's performance, which is something I'm incredibly passionate about. Kling Motion Control was the first tool to do that. So I have found them to be incredibly receptive, to be obsessed with quality in the product and iterating their product frequently, much more frequently than other foundation models. And so for that reason, much of the footage in season 1 and season 2 of House of David is Kling.
Tell me what happened.
I saw fire. A bush. Flames wrapping round every branch, every leaf. As if the fire was alive. And I heard a voice.
What did he say?
He knew my name. He told me that I must return to Egypt, to the place of my birth, to where my people are in bondage as slaves.
Let me tell you a story my father told me. A Hebrew woman's son was raised in generosity in this house.
I will name you Moses, for I drew you from the water.
This very sword given to him. And he used it to betray us all.
I was foolish then. But now I come on behalf of a god who needs no sword. If you resist him, you'll suffer a fate worse than theirs.
I will never let your people go. Moses, turn around and save my boy!
Over 1 million people. How will we do this? Behold the power